Welcome to Master the Game. I am Juice, and tonight we are going to be creating a Heroes Unlimited character live on stream with you guys. So let's get started. All right, guys. I've been meaning to do this with you guys for a couple weeks now. But especially now that we have a one-shot coming up on November 26th, I'm still looking for players. So if you want to play, there's a couple ways you can do so. One, head on over to our Patreon, become a patron, and we will get you into that game. You will get first dibs as a patron to play in that. Like I said, it's going to be Black Friday, November 26th. We'll probably start at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, go till about 11:30. I'll prepare a fun little one-shot that evening. You can either bring your own characters or use one of the pre-gens. I do run things a little bit light on the rules. For instance, we'll limit some of your attacks and things like that, just to simplify the game just a touch. But it's still a good time. Everyone's had a lot of fun playing with me in the past, and I have no doubt in my mind that whoever plays that night is going to have a good time. Now, if you don't want to support us on Patreon, or you can't, you can also head on over to our Discord. Let us know over there you would be interested in playing in the one-shot. And if there is room available after our patrons, then you will obviously be up for the open positions. So yeah, with that, there's a lot of different ways to create characters in Heroes Unlimited. You can roll for it straight out of the book. That is how the book actually explains doing it. At least I'm pretty sure that's the de facto way. There's not a recommendation of just coming up with a concept and creating what you want. But most GMs I've ever played with have pretty much let you do that, let you come up with a concept and mold it within reason. I've played with a lot of GMs who will tell you how many powers you can select and things like that, because you can roll for your powers in this book and have varying degrees of power levels between multiple people in your group. Really fun game, though. I've always enjoyed it, and yeah. So really quickly, I want to show you guys this character sheet, and you can actually find this online. It's pretty easy. I believe you can find it over on the website itself, palladiumbooks.com, or if you just do a quick image search, there's multiple things, but this is the sheet I'm using. It is the miscellaneous one. I like the miscellaneous one the most just because it has sections for super abilities. If you make a robotics character or something like that, you can put that in that section. I highly recommend using a scrap piece of paper to make your notes on. We are most likely, like I said, going to be randomly rolling. We're going to be using the Powers Unlimited 2 chart for the random power categories. There are 20 different ones on there. It's on page 7 of the Powers Unlimited 2 book, in case you want to create a character alongside me. And we will probably also roll for random superpowers, and we will probably use the table from Powers Unlimited 3 on page 106, so you guys know. So again, here's the core rule book. So you may need that. Here's Powers Unlimited 2. And in the front, you'll have the table on page 7. Again, it's right here. Can't miss it. You roll percentiles, and that's how you determine. Or you could roll a d20 and just, count out which ones. Powers Unlimited 3, which is going to have all those random powers in it. And then here's Powers Unlimited 1. This is just a bunch of superpowers. So those are the things we're going to do. I actually wrote out the random table on a sheet of paper, and then I have plenty of paper in front of me for my note-taking. Now, how do you guys want to do this? Again, I normally let people come up with a concept, and then we flesh that out. And I've done a lot of builds where I'm like, all right, I just want to make the strongest guy possible or the fastest guy. And I've done that before. I've done a lot of things like that. So the question for you guys is, how do you want us to do this? Do you want us to do it with the random roll tables? Or do you want to participate in coming up with a concept and trying to see this character through to fruition? Let me know what you guys think. I also have some other books here. I've got Armageddon Unlimited. I did grab Mystic China just in case, and Ninjas and Super Spies. And then because of the equipment section, I also have the old Heroes Unlimited book, which is one of my favorites. I use that. I actually don't use Ninjas and Super Spies much. And then Mystic China just has that crazy monster in it that has a ton of SDC and hit points and stuff. But yeah, how would you guys like to do it? Powers Unlimited 2 has some great OCCs. Do they still call them OCCs? And I don't know if they call them that in Heroes. I think it's just classes in this, isn't it? Because, I mean, technically the table says random power category. I don't even know if they call them OCCs in this. Obviously, Rifts does. They call them occupational character classes. You also have racial character classes in Rifts. Yeah, I don't think it references OCCs in the Heroes Unlimited. So I just refer to them as normal classes. But yeah. Roll twice on the chart and pick the option you want for a power category. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. So let's roll some percentiles. I've got the dice tray right underneath the microphone. You guys will hear it really well over here. And we're probably not going to pick all the skills on stream. I'll let you guys throw some skills at me maybe that we'll do. But even when I run the games, I usually run light on skills. Just because it's too much, in my opinion. So 75%. Okay, I have to make a rule right off the bat. No psionics, no magic. The first thing I rolled, of course, was magic. And I will not mess with magic. I don't care for it. I don't care for psionics in superheroes games. 66% is an immortal. So there's a chance we are going to be making an immortal. Now, I actually have a sheet over here. Let me pull this up. Where is it? Screen cap, maybe? There it is. I have a sheet I typed up in Microsoft Word real quick. So while we make this character, we'll do it on here. So as of this moment, I have immortal. So let's go and add that to the sheet somewhere. Let me bold that. We'll say class immortal. Actually, I'm not even going to say class. We'll just say immortal. But we don't know yet. Let's see what the other one is. What's the other option that we have? 58. A super soldier. So an immortal or super soldier is what we got. And the super soldier is expanded in the Powers Unlimited 2 book. And we'll look at that. The super soldier in the core book is not like Captain America or anything like that, really. Like you can have it. In fact, I don't even think it's a super soldier in the core rulebook. It's like a sub option of like experiment or something like that. Yeah, there it is. So it's a sub option of experiment in the Heroes Unlimited book, and I think you can add like Bionics and stuff like that if I remember. One of my very first game, my friend played as a super soldier. I was an alien, so and he like had super strength and super speed, and also had like a bionic blaster in his wrist. It was kind of cool. So an immortal, though, I believe is a mega hero. Mega heroes are really OP. Again, I'm not opposed to that. Let's see. Looking in the Powers Unlimited 2 book at this moment. Eugenics, where is it? What page? Immortals, 58. You'll get really comfortable with the table of contents in these books. But yeah. All right, so let's see. So under Immortals, the usual HP and SDC, super abilities and immortality, level of experience, the nature of the immortal. Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of these are basically mega heroes. Yeah, a lot of them say roll up as a mega hero. So we'll end up having to roll on another chart and possibly becoming a mega hero with this if we do the immortal route. So what do you guys want? Do you want me to go super soldier, or do you want me to go with the immortal? That's what we're going to go with, whatever you guys decide. So do me a favor. Type 1 for the immortal. Type 2 for the super soldier. We're going to do a poll right here. I don't think I can actually do a poll, can I? Ooh, I can. I'm creating a poll. So right now, I've never done this. Super soldier or immortal. Hang on, it'll be up in just a second here. Choose our hero. And there you go. It should be up now. I don't know how that works. I've never done it before. So, yeah, let me know if it's working for you guys, and we'll go with it. Let's see. Let me read some of your comments. I was incorrect about the OCC label. HU has a power category. Yeah, I'll just call it classes. We all know what classes are. Nathan says, yeah, why not? I feel like Illumination Boy needs to be created and statted out. Illumination Boy is played by that one guy, though, and he's not here, so. But we could definitely make an Illumination Boy. So in the last Heroes Unlimited game I ran, we had Amoeba Man, which was played by AJ Pickett. We had a Rastafarian college professor that I don't remember what his powers were. We had a... was it a hardware? It may have been a super inventor character, but instead of having a normal super invention, it was like almost like a fighter jet / Iron Man power armor of some sort. It was a little OP. I didn't see his rolls and stuff, and I kind of didn't believe him on his rolls, but it was what it was. What else did we have? I can't remember everybody. That was a fun game, though. We only played one session because things fell apart after that, but everyone had fun. They wanted to play some more. We just couldn't make it work. Magic in the game could be an enchanted weapon or item. That is true. That is true. You know, like a sword or something like that. You know, make him like a He-Man style character or even something else. I just don't like messing with the magic, like the spells. And I know you don't have to if you make it an item, and I could just choose things. But in the sake of rolling for things, I don't want to mess with magic or psionics. Experiments are always fun. Never wrote an immortal. It might be interesting to see. So I actually helped my wife make an immortal character. We played a solo game, her and I. And she made like a Valkyrie style, almost like a female Thor that could do a lot of other stuff. Because a mega hero in Heroes Unlimited gets a lot of crap. And so we made it a mega hero. But yeah, she had all sorts of cool stuff she could do. Rolled an immortal. O'Neill Flynn says, I forgot about Illumination Boy roll stats. Powers Unlimited 2 has some great super soldier stuff. That is true. That is true. All right. So we are up to 67% of you guys have voted. Right now, the super soldier is winning. So I'm going to end this poll in about 10 seconds. So actually, you know what? I'm going to roll stats. Now, in Palladium, you do not get like anything from your stats unless you roll a 16 or higher. So basically, if you roll less than a 16, it's almost pointless when it comes down to it. I think there's optional rules out there where you can get bonuses from a little bit lower, and you can get negatives as well. That's something I might toy with. We'll see, depending on what I roll for the different characters and what we have going on. Just because what's the point if they don't do anything? You know what I mean? So anyways, all right, first roll, 3d6. Is, wow, so 2 6s and a 3, so that's 15. 15. Actually, I'm not going to write it there. We are going to go right across the board. So IQ is 15. The other thing, the attributes you have in Palladium Books are IQ, mental endurance, kind of like willpower, mental affinity, physical strength, physical prowess, physical endurance, physical beauty, and speed. So mental affinity is kind of like how well liked you are, but you also have a beauty stat, which is PB, physical strength. Physical prowess is kind of like your agility or dexterity. Physical endurance is your constitution. And then your speed, of course. So yeah, we got 15 for IQ, which is not too bad. Next roll is really good as well. We got a 15. Again, these are 3d6 down the line, guys. So these are pretty good. 6, 4, and a 5 right there. All right, let's do it again. Okay, that's normal. That's an 8. So this person might not be the most well-liked. Ooh, straight 4s. So 12 in physical strength. Now, your physical skills, you can improve with skills your physical attributes you can adjust with skills later on. One of the things I kind of don't like about the Palladium system is basically how everybody takes certain skills like that, just to pad certain numbers. So I have an 11 for physical prowess. So this is not a physical specimen by any means. Now 9's average, so I mean he's above average. All right, here we go. Physical endurance is 14. This is actually not bad. This would actually make for a really good old school D&D character or something. And the last roll I got is, or I'm sorry, I got 2 more rolls. That's 9. That is 12. Okay, and then the last roll for speed is another really good roll. So that is also 15. So this guy's actually, those are good rolls. Those are very good rolls. I'm kind of surprised, to be honest. So the Super Soldier won. So we will be going with the Super Soldier. Now that was the first time I used a pole, and I think that was pretty cool. What do you guys think of poles? Should I use them more? I think I should. So we're going to end the poll there. Super Soldier won, 57%. Let's see. What do we got here? Roll 46 for Heroes Unlimited. Yeah, you could. I'm not going to. I should have, probably. That's all right, though. Characters should be heroic in this game. Yes, I agree. And I might just tweak how the numbers work from things like that. So let me pull up the Heroes Unlimited book. And 4d6 straight up. Yeah, I rolled really well even without that, though. I could just add another d6 to all the stuff, couldn't I? Is that what you guys think I should do? I mean, the numbers are already good. Dang, those are well above average. I know, they were really good rolls. Wherever darkness and evil appear, Illumination Boy is there to light the path to truth and justice with his fabulous batons of righteousness. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, polls are great. All right, so I just want to double check the rules. I don't know if it was a house rule or what, but when we rolled attributes, at certain numbers we were allowed to roll an additional die. So yeah, you're supposed to, by the book, if you roll a 16, 17, or 18, then you get to roll an additional die and add it to it. So you can't actually get a 16 from rolls because, again, you're going to roll an additional die. And then the bonuses start at 16 for all the different things except for speed. Speed's just raw speed. So, yeah. Anyways, we will probably come up with some adjustments to how these things work. But, yeah, I don't know. You guys think I should add another D6 to this? I mean, I think that's a lot. He's going to get powerful with the things we pick, I think, don't you? I think we're good. I'm not going to mess with it. We're doing it straight down the line. We're doing it raw. We're doing it legit. Legit. You know? All right, so let's look at the Super Soldier in Powers Unlimited 2. And again, it is different from Powers Unlimited 1. So let's go to page 76. Again, if you just pick up these Powers Unlimited books and the core rulebook, you can make pretty much all the superheroes you would ever want. All right, 75. 76. All right, here we go. All right, so I rolled the attributes. That's the other funny thing. So then you go in here to the things and then it tells you, oh, roll the attributes. But if you go to the core rulebook, the first step is actually to roll attributes. When are you supposed to roll for your class? I don't know. It doesn't actually say, I don't think. But anyways, so step 1, attributes. Keep all the initial stats in pencil. Well, we did it on a computer, so we can delete it pretty easily. No, I think it balances itself out. Yeah, exactly. So I don't think I'm going to do a bunch of the physical skills. It depends on the character build. I think if anything, he's just going to get his good things from whatever the Super Soldier gives him as a class. But we'll see. All right. Hit points and SDC is step 2. So hit points and SDC. physical endurance attribute number plus 1d6 per level of experience. So, obviously, first level, I rolled a 6. This guy's pretty good. What is his physical endurance? 14. So his hit points are 20 at first level. And the way this game works is when you get hit, damage doesn't automatically go to your hit points. It goes to your SDC a lot of the times, unless it's like a critical hit or, you were shot or something, severely injures you. Then it goes straight to your hit points. But otherwise, it goes to your SDC. Like if you get smacked or whatever. I liken SDC to like your pain threshold before you start dying, before you start bleeding out, per se. Base SDC is 40. Plus any bonuses due to enhancements and abilities. All right, background data. Following tables provide important background information about the super soldier and the organization that made him superhuman. As usual, roll percentile dice for random determination or pick the ones you desire. Now, I don't remember it always being that you could pick the ones you desire. Did it say that in the old core book for things? I feel like it didn't say that. I'm just going to pull up experiment in the old blue book. Let's see. Experiment in powers. All right. So right here it says, in most cases, the super ability is a 1 in a million fluke that cannot be duplicated. The powers themselves often defy scientific explanation. Because of the random elements involved, roll on the following tables to determine the type of powers and side effects. Got it. So it was all roll there. And that's like how your character looks, the abilities they have, all of that. Even the organizations, it doesn't say... Yeah, it literally just says, here's the table, roll on it, basically. It does not tell you you can choose what you want. Let's see. Okay, but under Hardware Unlimited characters, players can either select one of the categories or randomly roll. So I guess you didn't have to randomly roll in the past either. For some reason, I thought you did. I thought that was like how the game tells you to do it, but it does not do that. All right, so let's do this. Let's see. The sponsoring organization. So we must roll percentiles again. And the sponsoring organization, there's 4 options. There's secret organization, private industry, medical scientific research facility, branch of the military/government. And I rolled 52%, which is medical/scientific research facility. So we will add this to the sheet. We'll go down here under background at the bottom, make up a new section. Sponsoring organization. Of Super Soldier program. And up here, get rid of the immortal. And he will be a super soldier. All right. Next is the motive for the procedure. And I rolled 32% for that. There's a few different ones. This one is military, espionage, spy, or special forces. So we will then just go... the first one I need to type in, though, was medical/scientific research facility. And then, what did I just say we did? We did military espionage, /spy/special forces. All right. If you guys are new here, please smash that subscribe button and give us a like. I would greatly appreciate it. And also, why don't we get a roll call? Where are you guys located at? What states Providence is? Things like that. You don't have to be specific, obviously. You don't have to say what, like, specific town or whatever you're from, but let us know. Would love to hear where you guys are from. All right. There we go. I'm big on formatting. I love to pretty up these sheets and stuff. All right, so that was the motive. Boom, boom. Okay. We'll figure out the specifics in a bit. Then the nature of the procedure. So chemical, and radiation, exposure to an alien or unknown quantity of radiation, chemical, energy, microbes from a strange meteor, dimensional anomaly, blah, 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 blah. What did we get? 21. So it is chemical. So this is the nature of procedure. And we got chemicals. All right. Then the nature of the test subject. So I rolled 25. And once again, we are still in the Powers Unlimited 2 book. Heck, we might not need the core rulebook. Well, we will for skills. Oh, I should have grabbed the GM's guide. I'll have to do that here in a minute. We'll take a break when I get to that point. All right, so the nature of the test subject was 25, and that is a mutant. All right, so mutant is the subject of the experimentation. Maybe a patriotic volunteer, or a criminal or fugitive, given this option to wipe his slate clean. I kind of like the idea of him being a criminal. Roll 1 or 2 times on the unusual physical characteristics chart in the mutant section. So we are going to, I'm going to roll a d6. 1 through 3 means I roll once. I rolled a 2. So we're going to roll once on the unusual characteristics. So, unusual characteristics. Wow. What else am I going to get? Also get bonuses of 2 to physical strength and physical prowess. So before I jump over there, so this will now be 14. Physical prowess will now be 13. Still not good enough for a bonus. Plus 30 to SDC, which makes that 70. So he's got a ton of SDC already. We will go over to the experiment section. There's robots. Did I pass it? I don't know. I don't remember. Bionics. Here we go. Experiments. Luckily, I remember where things are. So this is not too bad. All right, there's side effects. Where is the unusual characteristics? It says side effects. Oh, I'm supposed to go under mutant. That's why. I'm like under experiment. I think it tells me what page, doesn't it? Yeah, 159. So I should read better. Do a better job reading. Be better. All right. So let's roll those percentiles again. All right. Ooh, we got 98%. Oh. Metallic looking. Soft and warm, but smooth and glossy, like metal. Gold, silver, bronze, etc. So that is interesting. So we just got ourselves metallic looking. Oh, no, we did not, because this was the first roll. So that would be odd skin color. Okay, I remember now. So you have sub things you roll on. So, for example, if I rolled 35 to 39 for odd skin color, you then have to roll again. So I was looking at just this first section, and so metallic looking was under odd skin color. So that's not the one I got. I didn't get the tail. I got odd hands. Yeah, odd hands. Well, that sucks. All right. I don't like that one. Odd hands. Okay. Under odd hands, there's 4 options. There's bird-like talons, extra large hands, delicate, sensitive hands with long, slender fingers, yada, 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 and then large hands. So let's roll again for the type of hands. Oh. We got the bird-like talons. Yeah, that's not fun. I mean, it might be. I don't know. Depends on, I guess, what we do. 4 hands. Claws. Oh, claw strikes do 3d6 damage. So he messes people up. might have to make a vulture or something here, man. This guy, he's gonna be vicious. Vicious. All right. I missed some stuff in the chat, so let me quickly look. I don't know. I'm new really to the actual creation part. Yeah, just follow the random roll charts, man. It's super easy. Or come up with a concept and try to figure out how to make it. That's what I used to do all throughout high school. It's super straightforward. Explains itself as you go through it. Yeah, if you just choose the type, like the class, you just follow through. It'll tell you what to do. Really, it's just familiarizing yourself with where things are in the book. I give +1 initiative for every 10 speed. I also determine powers after attributes. Yeah, that makes sense. There's a couple of character types that get a little convoluted, but most base heroes are simple. Okay. Then build skills around powers. Noob question. What does SDC stand for? Structural damage capacity. But I liken it to just a pain threshold. Every single thing has an SDC. So like your bones technically have an SDC. Like doors have an SDC. But not everything has hit points. Hit points in this game it's like bleeding out. So for every hit point you lose, that's blood lost kind of thing. That's the way to kind of think of it. Internal bleeding or obviously external. Can't remember what it actually stands for, but it's basically like your armor, if I remember correctly. It's not armor. Armor is a completely different deal. And armor has SDC, and as you get shot and damaged, your armor degrades. And so as it loses SDC, it eventually becomes useless. And there's armor also is damage reduction in this game. If it gets hit. If it doesn't get hit, say they hit above a certain number, then it goes straight to you anyway. Covington, Georgia. Go Dogs. I mean, I'm not an SEC fan, so I'm a Michigan fan. Montana. Oh, yeah, I remember you saying that before. Representing the great city of Chicago. Let's go Blackhawks. 1 goal. Red Wings. Let's go Red Wings. Actually, we won last night in overtime. It was great. Reed Gooder, Juice. Yeah, see? Exactly. You get it. Colossus. Yeah, I kind of wish I got the crazy skin, to be honest. 6 fingers on his left hand. No, he's got bird talons, man. Talons. That's probably going to end up being his name, probably. Talon. Right? Indiana. Yeah, Indiana, other than Gen Con, I don't know. I mean, I guess the Big Ten championship game in football and basketball is usually there, right? So I guess there's some stuff in Indiana. All right. So yeah, that was the bird-like claws. Now we get to determine the super abilities. Players may choose GM's choice or roll on the random super ability selection table. Now here's the thing I'll say. When you roll for super abilities, you run the chance of making a really disjointed character. We're going to do it. Just see what happens. So that was nature of the test subject. Oh, all right. So we're not on super abilities yet because I'm using the super soldier out of the Powers Unlimited book. So the next step is current status with the organization. So I'm going to put this up here because it makes more sense. All right. We will roll percentiles. 4% means active agent in the program. So this guy is active and he has an annual salary between $50,000 and $300,000. That is a big gap per year. 1d6 times 50,000. All right, let's roll this 1d6. 2. So he makes $100,000 a year. So let's just fix this up right here. $100,000 per year. And is entitled to requisition equipment, has access to military base facilities and has housing accommodations on or off but near base. That's pretty badass. Okay. Replication of super soldier process. All right. The likelihood of a successful replication process. So I'm going to put that down here. Likelihood of replication process. And I think that's percentiles. It is 54%. A deliberate and successful attempt to create a human with superhuman powers, but the results cannot be duplicated at this time. Requires a minimum of another 2d6 years of research. So I'm just going to say will require at least 10 years, because I rolled double fives. Years of research. Deliberate research to recreate. In the alternative, the process might work in such a way that the powers provided are spread across the board in a completely random and unimpressive way. One minor super ability, augmentation, a tiny fraction, yada, yada, yada. It doesn't matter because this doesn't impact him, but it would impact possibly if there were more like him. So we'll just leave it like that. Now, determining super abilities. Here we go, guys. This is what you all came here for. Are you guys ready for this? Can you handle... Oh, yeah, the Indy 500 was pretty great. I used to be a huge Al Unser Jr. fan. So, yeah, Indy 500 is cool. I'll give you that. There's always a chance of bad super abilities. That is true. That is true. As usual, the player can select or randomly roll for the hero's powers as a super soldier. Roll once to determine the character's super ability. So, you have it varies. Some things you have a 10% chance, other things you have a 20% chance, and some you have like a 5% chance. So we're going to go over these. So 1 through 10%, you get 2 minor super abilities, no major powers. 11 through 30%, 1 major super ability and 1 minor. 31 to 50% is 2 major super abilities, no minor. 51 to 60% is 4 minor super abilities, no major. 61 to 70% is 1 major super ability and 2 minor. 71 to 80%, chemical enhancement. See alternative super soldiers for details. 81 to 90%, endoskeletal replacement. See alternative super soldiers for details. That sounds a lot like Wolverine. 91 to 95%, brain implant augmentation. See alternative super soldiers for details. And then, no matter what, we will not do this. 96 to 100% is latent psionics with the full range of abilities. See the psionic section of Heroes Unlimited 2 on page 190. Yeah, I'm cool with whatever. But let's see what we get. 48% is 2 major super abilities. So this guy's going to have 2 major super abilities. So this is number and type of super abilities. And he gets 2 major super abilities. Okay. Just to make it easier to see, we're going to bullet point these ones. And now, I believe I have to go to the core book. Oh, no, I don't. I could do that in the third book, like we were talking about before. So, there's offensive and defensive, I believe, if I remember correctly how they put it in here. 106. I should not have closed the book. That was not smart. Because I still have other things I have to do in that book, I think. All right. 106. So, yeah, you have defensive minor, offensive minor, defensive major, and offensive major. So, what we're going to do is we're going to roll the d6. 1 through 3 is off defensive. 4 through 6 is offensive. I got a 4, so one of them's offensive, and the other one's also offensive. So we got 2 offensive. I rolled a 4 and a 6. Oops. All right, percentiles. Let's see what we get under offensive major abilities. Oh, that doesn't include alter physical structure. Should I make... you know what? I have to do that. So the 5 and 6 would have been alter physical structure. So I'm going to get 1 alter physical structure and 1 offensive major. That's how I'm doing this. So we'll first roll for the offensive major, since that was first. And I got 97%. What's 97%? Illusions, new. So that is in the Powers Unlimited book. Illusions, PU3 book. Okay. And then alter physical structure. Let's see what this guy can turn into. 25, be something fun. Technoform, new. Isn't this like a transformer? How is this going to work with the bird talents? I am baffled. Both of these, though, are in Powers Unlimited 3. So, interesting. Very interesting. So I was kind of hoping I'd get something like Ragdoll or like Sponge just because they're fun. But you can see right now this character, because I rolled for everything, it's going to be hard making all these things jive together at this point. So I don't know. I really have no idea how this is going to work. I don't know how illusions work. There's immune to illusions. Let's see in the front if there's just illusions. New major. Illusions is on page 67. Okay, so 67. Oops, almost missed it. All right. Wow. Okay. This is a lot of reading here. Yup. So it starts... So there's 2 columns in each page, right? This starts in the middle of column 1 on 67. And it goes all the way to the bottom of column 1. So the left column on page 69. So that is 2.5 pages worth of reading. Not going to go over it all, but we'll read some of it. The super being is a master of illusions, able to create a phantasm of anything he desires. An illusion looks, sounds, and feels real in every way to those affected. Only the senses of taste and smell are not replicated. The image can be of a car, gun, sword, wall, snarling dog, police officer, crowd of people, villains, aliens, monsters, or demons, etc. Illusions are limited to the character's personal knowledge and experience. Creating an illusionary image of a specific or exotic creature based upon descriptions or entirely by memory is likely to result in a flawed illusion, but using a picture, photo, or video image works much better. Number of simultaneous illusions. 1 illusion can be created at levels 1, 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. So at level 1, they can only do 1 illusion. Allowing for a maximum of 6 simultaneous illusions by the time the super being reaches level 15, regardless of the type of illusions created. So then it's got a lot of other things in here. So people get a saving throw, only by rolling a save of 16 or higher. Does the victim see through the illusion? Seeing through the illusions, to see through, Death by illusion. An illusion can appear to be so realistic that the person under its influence can be made to believe that he is being eaten, slashed, mashed, burned, etc. The victim can be made to feel the slice of a blade or the heat of fire. Because he is feeling the illusion, he is a part of its actions and imagines suffering damage from its attack, bleeding, burning, etc. Even though all of this is just illusions, the player must roll damage for his character as if it were real. Combat short, drawn out. Types of illusions. objects. This being can create simple objects like a sword, shield, gun, grenade, chair, table, wall, tree, parked bus, or other simple object. They're simple to create and difficult to see through. -2 to save. Illusionary opponents. The super being can summon up all manner of illusionary opponents to battle his enemies, from known enemies to soldiers, wild animals, monsters, dragons, robots, and on and on. Okay. Plus, most illusionary opponents are presented as serious and deadly opponents and are +3 to initiative and +6 to strike, parry, and dodge. Creating an illusion of a specific person known... blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, there's a lot of different things in here. Interesting. Okay, I can roll with this. But see, again, I would honestly just say... I wouldn't write this on my character sheet. This is for a pre-gen character. So I would just tell them, like, look, you can do this. I would simplify this for the sake of this game, and I will. I'll say, look, you can create an illusion. Here's the different kinds. You can do something small. That'll be really easy, hard for them to detect if it's fake. You could do something a little bit bigger, something more interactive, such as a person or creature or vehicle or whatever. That's going to be a little bit easier to see through than the smaller thing. And then I would probably say something bigger, like a panorama, or like the setting around you changes. This would be very more difficult, and so it would be a lot easier to see through. And then I would just let the players come up with ideas on their own. I wouldn't worry about the numbers in here. I wouldn't worry about any of this stuff. I would just run with it for my own games. But, you know, that's how I will end up doing it probably for the one shot. But there's a lot of good stuff in here. There's a lot of rules in here. There's a random table in here determining the degree of a flawed illusion, things like that. Whereas I would just rather wing it, I think, at the table, personally. Because, again, you don't want a player to sit there, especially if they're new. And assuming this one shot, most of the players will be new. You don't want them to sit there and have to, for every single thing on their sheet, to have to read 2 to 3 pages, right? You want it to be short and simple. They just want to know what they can do and a general idea. I don't want to put a ton of stuff there, you know, a ton of detail, but I will provide a couple of examples of each of the 3 things, right? Basically, it's like Mysterio from Spider-Man, right? So, yeah. Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. Yeah, I'll give you that. All right, so I like the illusions. That's a good one. I think that would be a lot of fun. That alone is pretty OP, right? Because you really don't have restrictions on it when it comes down to it, other than the amount of things you can do at once. So I had alter physical structure. What did I roll again? What did I put on the sheet? Technoform. Okay. Where is Technoform? It doesn't show up as alter physical structure. It's just Technoform on 102. So this one's, I think, cool if I remember it right. I think you can like turn into like little robots and stuff like that. Or devices, like an RC car or something like that. I could be wrong. Here's the picture for Technoform. And you probably can't see it that well. So let's go to the big screen. Boom. Technoform. And then it goes and turns into a computer. Kind of fun. All right. Back to this. So, Technoform is, again, this is the full page. Looks like you can change it to a car, too. All right. So this is only... It starts middle of column 1 on 102. However, on the second column on 102, it's half of it's the Technoform picture. So it's really one full column on 102 and then almost 2 full columns on 103. So it's a page and a half. That's a lot to read. Not going to worry too much about it, but just looking at this super being is able to alter his physical form of flesh and blood to that of a machine. The machine form is undistinguishable from some type of advanced robot, and even his internal systems will be mechanical in nature. This new form offers several benefits over the character's normal organic body because the Technoform can transform into a variety of mechanical forms like a jet, helicopter, car, hydrofoil, submarine, crane and winch, conveyor belt, and similar machine forms. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. But again, pretty powerful. You could turn into a jet. Like, do people realize how fast those go? Technoform abilities. Character transformed into some form of machine takes on all the innate advantages and disadvantages of being a machine. First, in his appearance. Character will remain the same general size as his human form, but appears as a sleek metallic man with exposed pistons and armored plating. The looks of the Technoform reflect the character's personality, but he or she always looks robotic. Okay. Being a machine, the character a silicone brain and is immune to mind-affecting powers, drugs, poisons, and diseases that affect humans. Also immune to powers that affect the biological, including biomanipulation. This is not all as good as it may sound, as the Technoform is vulnerable to all spells, psionics, and powers that affect machines, including powers like telemechanics and mechanolink, although the Technoform does get a saving throw. Interesting. So, yeah, if you have like that guy who can line jump or whatever, or jump in, again, mechanolink and stuff, he could basically read your thoughts then if you were like a computer or a machine. So that's interesting. Minimal sense of touch and no sense of taste or smell, but his senses of sight and hearing are improved. The diminished sense of touch gives the character a minus 20% penalty on all skills that require a delicate touch, like demolition skills, pick locks, pickpockets, palming, surgery, etc. The Technoform's mechanical sight includes perfect 20/20 color vision and exceptional long-range sight equal to a sniper's telescopic rifle scope, enabling the character to read a small sign or recognize a face from up to 2 miles away, as well as night vision with a range of 2,000 feet. So again, you can see how in a superhero game, in a city or something, stuff like this can do quite a bit. This, again, these are two major powers. You don't normally get a ton of major powers. In fact, a lot of the DMs or GMs that I've played with in the past, they'll limit anything that gets super abilities to 1 major and 2 minor, or they'll do 2 minor. I've had a lot of GMs that tell me that. No flying. I've seen a lot of people restrict a lot of things in the games. The mechanical body and limbs give him the equivalent of superhuman strength. We're also going to ignore that for the sake of my game. So there's different tiers of strength based on like superhuman, I don't know. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've played. But there's different tiers. There's like regular, supernatural, superhuman, and something else. One's like robotic, one's like godlike, and one is just exceptional. Basically. It basically changes the multiplier on your strengths of how much you can lift and things like that. Increased SDC and AR. So in your Technoform, you have a natural armor rating of 13, so everything has to be above a 13 without you parrying and dodging. 400 SDC. Thus, an attacker must roll a 14 or higher to strike. That's the other thing. A tie does not hit. It would hit your armor and not do damage to you. 14 or higher to strike and inflict damage. Any roll to strike under the armor rating bounces harmlessly off the armor. Since it's natural, nothing happens. If this was like a bulletproof vest and it hit the number or lower of the armor rating, then the bulletproof vest would take SDC damage and eventually stop working. Once all of its stuff is gone. Rolls above the AR inflict full damage to the SDC. When all 400 SDC are gone, the damage is done to hit points. That's the other thing. Alter physical structure abilities are really good in this because you're not going to take damage to your hit points usually. You're going to take it to all the SDC before you take it to your hit points. Whereas if you're in human form, depending on the type of attack, like a gunshot or something, you might take hit point damage. But this gives you 400 SDC as opposed to 70 that this character is going to have in human form. So again, that's a pretty big difference. Oh, you know I don't care if you troll me. Troll me all you want. Just matrix the game out. Make the entire setting an illusion. There you go. You could. Rollstat says, sorry, Juice, you know I love you, but trolling you is one of my favorite activities. You should, man. I troll people all the time. Actually, I don't troll people. I just like to harass people. I don't call it trolling. That's a legit power for a spy. Yeah, this would be a great one for a spy. Vehicular transformations. You can change it to a cargo truck. Gun. So here's the funny thing. I thought it said you stayed roughly the same size, but right here it's telling you can change it to a cargo truck. Holds up to 4 passengers. Weighs 2 tons. Gun emplacement. No passengers. Basically a 1.5 ton immobile cannon. 1d6 times 10 damage with a 1.5 mile range. Each round fired burns up 1d6 hit points plus 1 to strike. Oh, it burns up your hit. Oh, because you're shooting parts of yourself. Oh, that's not. I mean, that's cool still, but you're hurting yourself. The helicopter holds up to 4 passengers, 125 mile per hour with a maximum flight speed, 5,000 feet maximum altitude. Hydrofoil holds up to 4 passengers. Mini sub, motorcycle passenger bus holds 46 passengers. The Technoform character cannot transform directly between vehicular shapes, but must first transform back to his humanoid robot form before he can transform. Oh, okay. So you first have to change into a robot humanoid form before you can change into these things. So you basically become a transformer, is what happens in this. So your guy changes into some kind of a robotic form. If you know you're turning into a vehicle, he's going to have pistons, he's going to have exhaust pipes, maybe a V8 block for a body, something like that. Very interesting. And then you morph into your thing. Okay. Got it. Also note that the character can turn into any type of vehicular form that he desires and is only limited by the types of vehicles that the character has seen before. The Technoform character is considered to have a skill of 80% plus 1% per level of experience in piloting whatever vehicle shape the character is currently turned into, but the character can also create simple controls. There will be no advanced avionics or radar. The pilot will have to rely on his own vision and allow other characters to pilot him if he so wishes. However, the character instinctively pilots himself and does not need an actual driver. The vehicle form can be maintained indefinitely. So you could also use it as a disguise. That's a cool one. So, yeah, I like this guy, actually. I think this would be a fun character to play. I still don't know how his bird-like claws come into effect here. None of this stuff works together. I mean, the illusion does, because you could change into something like a helicopter and change the scene to like really smoky around you. And so you can do some cool stuff with illusions and the technology, stuff like that. You could hack into computers by changing yourself into like a USB flash drive or something and plugging in, and at the same time like create an illusion that it's just a wall while you're doing this, so nobody walks up on you and tries to take you out of the computer. Like, there's so many cool things you could do with that. So I was looking at Super Soldier to see if I was done or not. I don't think I am, because I got to do skills for sure. But what else was there from the Super Soldier? All right, so next was the Special Super Soldier Enhancement Table. All Super Soldiers get to roll for a total of 1d4 Super Soldier Enhancements. Once the number is determined, roll on the following table for a specific enhancement. Okay, so I need to roll a d4. I'm going to roll a d8 and divide it by 2, because I hate rolling d4s. And so I rolled a 5. So what's half of 5? Let's see. 1, 2 would be 1. 3, 4 would be 2. All right, so I got 3. I got 3 Super Soldier Enhancements. So let's write this down on here. Super Soldier Enhancements. And I have 3 of them. First, so let's see. We get to roll percentiles, because again, everything is percentiles for how we're doing this. First one is 74%. So that's going to give us... Oh, Bionic weapon system. So maybe he could shoot stuff without eating up his hit points, because he'll just use his Bionic weapon system. So this says 2 are built into one of the character's hands or arms, or 1 system in each arm. This is not an artificial limb, but a bionic implant. The weapon responds to bioelectrical impulses from the brain and is under the complete control of the character. Unfortunately, the power system is limited to a maximum of just 50 blasts per hour, but it is self-regenerating. Select 2 from the following. So, there's a lot of options here. I could have retractable claws, but I already have bird claws, so not doing that. Could do the same thing with retractable forearm blades, a la Wolverine, but I'm not going to do that. Basically, this is how you would create Wolverine. You would be a super soldier, just like Weapon X, and you would have done the exoskeleton, and then you would do the retractable forearm blades, and then you would have had the healing factor and regeneration as superpowers, is what you would have done. Probably would have had a superpower for keen smell, and possibly some extra physical prowess so that you're a little more agile, because Wolverine's a pretty agile guy. He's like 5'7", awesome character, my favorite superhero. Silent finger guns doesn't work for me. Rocket hand doesn't work for me because of the bird thing. So basically, I'm going to be stuck doing a laser energy blast. So I imagine like something that kind of comes up out of my shoulder and just goes and shoots. I could do electrical discharge. So does however much damage character can adjust the degree of damage. Counts as 1 blast regardless of damage amount. Can be fired as an arcing blast, or the hand can be electrified to inflict damage by touch. Oh, add normal punch and physical damage to the electrical damage. All right, we're definitely doing electrical discharge. I like that one. And that is going to be 1d6, 2d6, or 4d6 damage. Plus standard melee strike. So with the claw doing 3d6 damage, this guy's pretty awesome. 50 shots per hour, and range can be up to 100 feet. Electrified punch attack. That's interesting. So you could do it as a really far blast or just up close. I'm just going to do that in both hands. So we'll say 2 electrical discharges. I do like the laser or energy blast. The range is 400 feet, payload 50 shots, but I just think having 2 electrical discharges, so really you could do 100 rounds in an hour, which are you ever going to need to do 100 rounds, honestly? Probably not. All right, so that's just the first thing we rolled, was the bionic weapon systems. So next is going to be... Let's roll for this one. 6%. So 6% gives me internal robotic medical system. That is legit. Robotic medical system. This guy actually is starting to kind of come across as like a cyborg a little bit. An amazing medical device that releases a dozen nanomachines about the size of a pinpoint into the bloodstream to repair internal injuries, stop bleeding, and knit wounds. The containment unit is placed in the chest cavity, and the tiny robots go to work automatically whenever the body experiences trauma. They are powered by the electromagnetic energy of the human body and continually search for damage and repair it. Types of internal injury, which they can repair, include cuts, stab wounds, bleeding, blood clots, torn, ruptured veins, internal bleeding, tissue damage, and even minor damage to internal organs. Bullets can also be located and excised / removed, seeming to work their way out of the body and drop out at the wound site, equal to a doctor's surgical skill of 75%. When the units are done, they simply return to the housing to be reused. Repair time depends on the amount of damage and can take minutes or hours. Special, heals at a rate of 1d4 hit points or SDC per minute. So that is pretty interesting. HP or SDC per minute. Wow. Or 2d4 times 10 per hour. 2d4 times 10 per hour. For serious injury, heavy trauma, like the character losing all his SDC and or half or more of his hit points, overwhelms the nanomedical system, reducing the amount of damage they can repair rapidly. That's pretty damn cool. And let's roll for the last one. 96%. This is probably going to be something really good. Oh, almost. Uncanny targeting and throwing. This one is good. Uncanny targeting or throwing. Yeah, this guy is basically a one-man army. Like, for real. He can heal. He can turn into a jet and shoot you with his electrical blasters and junk. This dude's awesome. The powers is what you missed. Yes, we're on the powers right now. Well, we're also, right now we're on the super soldier enhancements, actually. Ordered pizza and received a perfectly round, whole, not sliced large pizza, so I had to operate on it. Hey, that's not bad. I've had to do that before. Yeah, that sucks. I had that happen to me last weekend from Domino's. Happens to me all the time from Little Caesars, to be honest. Or they cut it and it's just so jacked up. You get these weird triangle pieces that are like an inch big in the middle because they didn't cut through the center exactly. Are you keeping those superpowers? Oh yeah, this is what we're sticking with, man. All of this. Illusions doesn't quite match, does it? Illusions doesn't, but maybe we can justify it. Like we can explain it somehow as like maybe a projection, you know? Just like Mysterio from Spider-Man. It was all tech-based, you know? So we could do it like that. Nice. You got robotic healing bloodstream fleas. Exactly. With the bird talon hands are the least fitting thing for me. That's the thing I hate the most, to be honest. I would say that illusions are a nice secondary superpower. Yeah, but they're major. They're a major ability. I don't know how I'm going to use it. I'm really not sure. What did I do? Oh, so targeting and... where is it? Wait, what did I roll? I rolled 96. I did not get uncanny targeting. My bad. I actually rolled skeletal plating. So again, skeletal plating is 96%. So this is going to be, again, pretty crazy. The character's bones and skull are plated with a nearly unbreakable metal that makes it impossible to break or shatter the hero's bones. Any hit points or SDC loss that would normally result in a broken bone is halved. The bone is undamaged, solid as a bar of steel. Bonuses, punches and kicks inflict an additional 1d6 damage, plus 2 roll with impact. So let's go up here. Under damage, we go plus 1d6. Plus 1d6 punch / kick. I will count that with the claw attack, though, because it will be a stronger claw, right? Plus 2 with roll with punch, fall, whatever. And plus 66 to hit points. So, or I'm sorry, to SDC points. So our SDC is currently at 70. We get to roll a bunch of hit dice here and see what we can get it up to. So here's 4 that I rolled. So that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that makes it 84, and then I get to roll 2 more d6. And wow, double sixes. So that's another 12. So 96 SDC in human form. This guy's badass. Can I just say he's pretty badass? Now, I don't need to do alternative types of powers. So I can skip that section. Don't need chemical enhancements. Don't need endoskeletal replacement. Because I already got that from the other thing. All right, education and skills. So in this case, the character has a background in the military, either basic or specialist category. So we'll roll for it. Again, I don't want to pick a ton of skills. So I'm going to put this down on the paper. I'll probably not worry about skills tonight, honestly. And when I do skills, I'll do a video. I'll explain to you guys, I think, what I'll do. I hate picking skills. There's just too many you get. 80% is what I got. So he is a military specialist, which makes sense. I feel like he would probably be like a pilot or something. So up here, under scholastic skills right here, I'll say military specialist. Actually, yeah. We'll do it right there. Perfect. Okay, so he's a military specialist plus an extra 1d4 plus 1 rogue or communication skills. So again, it's adding up already. I'm cringe. I rolled a 4. Damn it. So that's 5 rogue or communication skills. So 5 rogue or comms skills. And that are plus 10% for those. So let's put the, actually, all right, let's fix this. Boom. And then right here, we'll do this. And these are plus 10%. So typically your skill program gives you a bigger bonus in those types of skills. So anything I get from my military specialist, I want to say is going to get like 15%. I'll double check. These get a plus 10% right here. All right, so then you pick an alignment. Alignment is not the same as D&D though, guys. And then rounding out and special equipment. The character may be equipped with a certain number of high-tech weapons. Oh, wow, this is getting interesting. Certain number of high-tech weapons, gimmicks, and equipment, especially if the super soldier is currently working for the agency that created him. If a rogue, the character may have grabbed a few helpful items on his way out and has them hidden away as part of his secret stash. Ultimately, whether the player rolls or picks from one, more, or all of these tables is left up to the game master's discretion. Doing so certainly creates the well-rounded super soldier. So our guy does not have workable hands, really. He's got like long, like bird talons. So he can't really use guns. Probably has a hard time doing a lot of things, I would say. But you can get battle armor or a hero costume. So let's roll for this. We're going to roll for all of these and just see what they say. We might not actually grant these to this character. So I got 20%, so none. Wear civilian clothes or military fatigues or a jumpsuit. So let's just put under equipment, wears either military fatigues. I'll put both fatigues. We'll also say heroic jumpsuit. So he's got both of those. Under special weapons, we're just going to roll for it. Roll once on this table, twice only if the GM tells you. We're going to roll twice. And probably not going to take anything. So the first rule was 10%. Nothing special. Any gear is of the conventional nature. So we'll just say camping set, camping gear, back. We'll just say typical field gear. Military field gear. So he's got basically a pack, right, that he'll wear. And then the next one I rolled is 52%. And what? Okay. Powered Punch Gauntlets. These are a pair of gauntlets over both hands that, when activated, release a powerful discharge of raw energy on contact with the target. Damage each adds an additional 46 damage to a punch with that gauntlet. 40 punches each per hour. So I'm going to do this one. We're doing this. So this is going to add to his melee strikes. This guy's going to punch holes through things. So Powered Punch Gauntlets. It just works, and this is a damage dealing machine. So it's plus 4d6 damage and 40 loads per gauntlet per hour. How much damage is this guy doing? So right now I have plus 1d6 here, plus 4, so that's 5d6. Down here with the claws was another 3, so that's 8d6 and 4. So this guy could do up to 12d6 of damage with these claws and with the blast and all of that. Whew. Whew. I agree, Indigo. So I actually have a printout a few years back. And by a few years, I mean like 8-9 years ago. I had a list of all the books that I would like to see Palladium do. I think this might be right here. Is it right here? No, these are Rifter notes. I have a list somewhere of all the books I wanted to see Palladium do. Because they used to do the Rifter, and if you wrote articles, you could get published and things like that. And so I always wanted a Technology Unlimited book. I still want the Technology Unlimited. You can call it whatever you want. Tech Unlimited, whatever. Gadgets Unlimited. I don't care what you call it, but I want it to focus more on more normal people, but like more on the gadgets, equipment, things like that. Different things you can build, robots, cybernetics, bionics, maybe super soldiers could go in there, types of weapons, outer space stuff, alien technology. You could do all sorts of cool stuff. That's what I would like to see. But yeah, 12d6 damage, not too bad. This guy sounds like a Transformer. One idea for background is this guy could have had his consciousness sucked into an experimental robotic body. Could. Maybe they did some fusing with nanotechnology, since he's already got nanotech. And that's why he can transform into a Technobot. Or a Transformer. Experimental conscious transfer like Chappie. Something like that. Chappie is cool. That's not bad. This is one of the few game systems I actually like picking skills. See, I don't like... There's too many. And like, who cares if you take physics or science or chemistry? Like, do you really need specific skills? Like, in my opinion, you don't. It's just too specific. And there's too many. And it takes too long. He's an active agent. Yep. Palladium needs to do an Ultimate Powers book. So I actually would love if, especially since they've switched to doing hardcover books, I would love it if you could get all the Powers Unlimited books re-edited and put into a single hardcover book. That would be great. Hell, you could probably even take the powers out of the core book and put into this book, so you have every single power in one book. That would be cool. I have all three, but would probably buy. I would buy it. The Rifter is coming back soon. Yes, but it's only annual now. It's not quarterly, and I have a feeling it's going to be written mostly by staffers and freelancers now, with occasional things from outside. But I don't know. I haven't paid much attention to it. Technology Unlimited would be awesome. It would. Aliens Unlimited Galaxy Guide has rules for all your spaceship space opera fun. Yes, it does. Okay, so we did that. Now that was weapons. Let's roll for a prototype vehicle. He doesn't need a vehicle because he's basically one himself, but let's just see what we get. 76%. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. A battle bike. A combat motorcycle with off-road suspension. Maximum speed is 90 miles per hour. Powered by a mini energy cell that can run continuously for 12 hours before needing to cool down for at least 1 hour. The bike has 200 SDC and an armor rating of 12. Oof. Should we give him the battle bike? I think he needs his own battle bike, guys. Let's go under equipment. Right here, we'll go vehicles, battle bike. PU2, page 86. Yeah, I love that. That's pretty funny. Actually, we'll just, 90 miles per hour, 200 STC. What else does it have? Armor rating of 12. Let's space these out because this is a lot. There we go. There we go. Perfect. All right, so that's pretty damn cool. And then I need to put a note right here. Notes. Off-road suspension. All right, nope, that can't be there. There we go. Off-road suspension. Right, isn't that what I said? Yeah. And then it's got a mini battery cell that can run for 12 hours until 12 hours straight until it needs 1 hour to cool down. I think that's everything. Yeah, that's it. That's him. Other stuff, hand-to-hand combat as per military. More money. So 5d6 times 100 is how much money he has saved up. So here's 4d6. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 16 times 100 is, what is that, 1,600? So also has 1,600 gold, or gold, cash. We'll call it credits. No, we'll just say cash. Ready cash. This is in addition to a possible life savings, and there is an 80% chance the character also owns a personal vehicle. The car is less than a year old. Presumably, the character has a job, apartment, and reasonable personal possessions. If in the military, housing on or near a military base is provided free, as is any medical treatment and access to base facilities. Well, he doesn't need medical equipment or medical treatment. Use the experiment's experience chart. Note, this improvement of the Super Soldier option was designed in such a way the characters created by the original option are also possible with this one and are still valid Super Soldier characters in every way. All right, so that leaves skills. What do you guys think? Do you want me to dive into skills? Because I will if you want me to. AJ, welcome, buddy. We're creating this wild character that we've came up with using Powers Unlimited. We rolled for everything. We rolled 2 class types. We had Immortal and Super Soldier. The chat did a poll. They chose Super Soldier. We rolled for all his stuff. Ended up with talons. So he's got bird talons. His abilities are Illusion and Technolink. We've got from the weapons from Super Soldier, Powered Punch Gauntlets. We rolled a vehicle, a battle bike. He's still active in the military as well. He could do a total of 12d6 damage on his strikes because he also has this discharge of electricity when he hits from this bionic weapon system. Technically, he's got 2 discharges, so if he hits with 2 hands, yeah. Skeletal plating that makes him a little bit tougher. Internal robotic medical system. This is a good OP character. This is not street level. Not at all. Got lots of money, has $100,000 a year salary, and I still got to pick skills. I think I'm going to make his hero name Talon or Freedom. No, I'm just kidding. Eagle. Eagle Talon. I don't know. We'll just call him Eagle Talon for now. We're going to play a one-shot on November 26th. Let's call him Talon for now. He's not my first hero named Talon either. But we're going to be playing a one-shot on November 26th of Heroes Unlimited. That's Black Friday here in the States. And it's going to be fun. This is one of the pre-gens for it. So someone's going to get the chance to play with him. Have Space Gun, will travel. Nice. The thing that makes Heroes Unlimited so great is you get characters like this that you most likely would never think of on your own. That is true. I do like the random roll tables. I do. I think it's awesome. The problem is a lot of times when you do the rolls, you get stuff that doesn't make sense. Like we were talking earlier, some people were like, illusion doesn't fit. I actually think the Talon claws don't fit. Everything else fits great. Or hell, you could take away the illusion and the techno link, and this guy's still really valid, like really strong. Ooh, Starhawk is good. Robot Chicken, I like those. Now I want to make a character. You should. I like making characters. I think it's fun. I used to do this all the time. I've got a bunch of characters around here somewhere that I'll pull out one day. I may have pulled them out recently on another stream and was going through them. I would never have come up with a character like this on my own. No, definitely not. I agree with that. Try exchanging a skill program for a gadgeteer skills from Ninjas and Super Spies. I have Ninjas and Super Spies over here. I'm probably not going to do that. Fully compatible, good idea. Robot. So, all right. Should we do another poll? All right, we're going to do another poll. What should we name this hero? I will make Talon the first option. Chicken Hawk another, because I like that one. Add option. Robot Chicken. Someone said Starhawk, which is kind of like Star Fox. And so we'll just go with that. Those are the 4 options. So you guys can come up with what you think is a good name. Who's playing in the one shot? At this time, I don't have anybody picked. So what I do, I had mentioned earlier, I offer it up to patrons first. If we do not fill it with patrons, I will go to Discord. So if you want to play for sure, your best bet is to be a patron. We do have, I think, 10 or 11 patrons right now, but I would assume maybe 3 or 4 would probably want to play. So if you go over there, you become a patron, you will get a better chance of playing in it. Then again, like I said, we will go to Discord, and at that point, it'll be the first ones that say they want to play. We'll get in, and we will just play. And I'll play with as few as like 2 other players. So it'll be me and 2 players. I'll play with that. There was somebody who said they wanted to run Heroes Unlimited, so maybe that person will run it too. I actually don't know yet at this time. I want to play in Century Station though. I kind of want to run something there. I've got an idea, but if the person I'm thinking of still wants to run the game, I haven't talked to him in a little bit, but if he wants to run the game, I will let him run the game, and we'll see what he comes up with. Yeah. I also have binders of characters. Yeah, like I've got old stuff down here. I don't think it's over here, though. I think it's over on my shelf. Which, because I'm about to do skills, I'm going to have to go over there anyway. Because I want to grab the Heroes Unlimited Players... or GM's book. Because the GM's book has the skills. So, I will go grab that really quick. But yeah, if you guys want to become a patron, now's a perfect time. You'll have about 2 minutes to go fill it out if you're interested. So, I'll be right back, guys. Okay, sorry about that. You can hear me now. So you missed that. So I've had this book for 10 years, still in mint condition pretty much. Corner is not dinged. I'm very particular about my books. So you can see just from sitting on the shelf, there is this little, the clear, like, protective part is starting to get all weird there, but this book is in good shape. Like if I'm just holding it from the spine, like you can see it's not like all frayed out. That's about as good as it can be after 10 years though. The little bit that you can see here is from sitting on my shelf. That's what's funny. But yeah, so anyways, I get this because of the skills section in it. Right here. So this page, that's where I usually will get my percentages from. If I'm running it, like trying to run it as raw as possible. But I found this character sheet. This is Paul's character. And that's my handwriting. Oh, I know who this is. This is Paul from Swordfall. That's who it is. He used to be on my Discord and stuff. He's a very busy guy. Lives out in Washington. That's who it is. I made it for him on stream. All right. My bad. I was like, I don't know who Paul is. What am I talking about? Yes, I do. All right. Military specialist. So, yes. Can you hear me now? Are we good? We're all good. I do it vertically. It does sit on my shelf like this. It is what it is. And these are soft cover books, so they're going to show wear and tear pretty quickly usually. Hey y'all, I just restarted the live so I can watch from the beginning. Awesome. I hope you enjoy it. You'll get to see all the fun stuff. Do you sit your books horizontally, vertically? Yeah, vertically it is. All right, so let's go to these skills. So he is a military specialist. We're gonna do this because enough people said they wanted me to. So page 44, it looks like. Again, this is my least favorite part of the books. So you're gonna see real quick how many skills I get. Okay. So it's always a good idea to make a copy of skills list for players. Yeah, pretty much. It'll be okay though. What is this? All right, that's gone. All right. So up under military specialist. So here's what we get from this. You get the basic military skill program at plus 20%. So basic military program plus 20%. Okay, what else do we get? Plus one additional military or espionage skill program. Plus one extra military or espionage program. Okay. That's a lot right there. Then automatically one espionage program. Basically, this guy's like special forces. Like, nothing can mess with this. So one espionage program for plus 15%. This can be a second selection. Okay, good. So you can do 2 espionage or 2 of the military. Okay. 1 weapon proficiency modern. Program. He's got talons, like he can't use normal conventional things. And 1 other skill program. 1 other skill program. Now, skill programs is a slew of skills for you guys, just so you are aware. And this one's plus 10%. That doesn't include the 5 rogue or communication skills at plus 10%. So those are all scholastic skills. So once you do that, you can choose 5 secondary skills. So down here, it's 5 secondary skills. These get no bonuses. Now, I feel like back in the day, and I don't think this was allowed by the rules, but we used to allow with secondary skills, you could choose all your physical stuff there. That's how we used to do it. All right, so the military specialist is the only educational level that automatically selects espionage skills and can select the espionage program a second time to get additional training. The military or police skill program is limited to the military, military specialist, and trade school specialized training education levels. And then the espionage skills are limited to the educational levels of military specialist and trade school specialized training that can include paramilitary, terrorist, criminal, and survivalist skills that are effectively espionage and cannot be selected by any other education levels. The super being power categories of special training and physical training are the only exceptions. Okay. And then 4 skills known to all, regardless of education level, is pilot automobile, basic math, speak native language, read and write native language. So again, like, I don't care about that. Like, I don't want to write that. Like, do not care. All right, so now let's look at the programs. So just off the bat, you have a business program that gives you basic math, business and finance, computer operation, law, general, and research. Communications program, basic electronics, radio basic, radio scrambler, TV and video, 1 communication skill of choice. Computer program gives you basic electronics, computer operations, computer programming, computer repairs, or 1 radio skill of choice. Yada, yada, yada. You get it. Espionage program gives you hand-to-hand martial arts, detect ambush, intelligence, wilderness survival, and 2 espionage skills of choice. Military program, basic, hand-to-hand basic, running, climbing, military etiquette, radio basic, weapon proficiency, rifle. Military demolitions program, basic electronics, basic mechanics, demolitions, demolitions disposal, underwater demolitions. Again, this guy's got claws. I don't know how he could do a lot of this stuff, to be honest. You know? That's a good idea. Too many skills and it takes up so much room. It does, and it's not necessary most of the time. Pretty much, I tell my players, write down your percentile next to your skill. So what I did in my, I'll probably pull it up in a second. What I did in our Rifts game is I pretty much made the skills across the board the same, unless they were, so I used a flat number for most things. And then from there, depending on if it was like a scholastic thing or whatever, I bumped it up. I'm going to open it up here in a second. I'm going to open one character, Rifts Light Pregens. So let's go with, we'll go with our Canine Merc here. And let me switch to the PDF. Won't work. Website. Let's change the internet window to here. Okay. I'm going to show you guys what I did here. Because again, it was about simplicity for me and not raw. So I get a general overview of what this character was. Just all fluff, right? Of how you might, perceive the character. So this was a glitter boy, I believe. Glitter boy mechanic. Or not mechanic, but... oh no, he wasn't a glitter boy. This is the Merc. The mercenary. Comms expert. So... again, this was pretty in-depth how I did this one. Here's the skills. So look, I just was like, certain things, 98%, then 85%, 70, 80, but for the most part, I just made up my own numbers as the one running the game and was like, just let's keep it simple, because a lot of the numbers in the books from skill to skill are just, it feels random the way they did it. Like some are like 33% for no apparent reason. Another one might be 60%. And it's all over the place. And I don't think it represents how things are. And then I made a crib sheet, which I'll probably use something very similar for our game for Heroes Unlimited, but it's a single page of how MDC, SDC, and hit points work. And then how a round of combat is. It's 15 seconds. You can do an action to attack. You also can use an action to dodge. You can parry if you are if you're trained, then you can parry for free if you're within, 5 feet distance in D&D terms. But if you're not trained, then it's going to cost you an action to parry something, things like that. Basically opposed rolls, right? Tells you what to parry, dodge, entangle, disarm, yada, yada, yada. You could do a body flip, a pulled punch, which is half damage. Critical hits are double damage and always hits the target. Aim shots, called shots, burst, shooting blind, shooting wild, yada, yada, yada. But the main point is the skills section here, right? So then, let's see, I made a couple others. So Elemental Fusionist, let's look at their skills. Their skills might be more samey. Kinda. So a lot of 98%. So they can basically just speak these things. And then a few 80%, 90%, down to 40%, right? Hired Gunslinger. And some of you guys may be familiar. We ran this game in April. You can watch that Rifts game. Again, skills. I pretty much just chose my own arbitrary numbers and just made it simple. So you get the idea. Here's the Techno Mage, or whatever they are, Techno Wizard. Different spells and what they cost. But again, same thing. It looks very similar. 98%, 90s, yada, yada, yada. Again, I buffed a bunch of the skills up. I didn't even pay attention to what the book said. I just did what I thought would be fun and easy, and it worked for what we were doing. So, yeah. And that's probably how we'll do it again. I don't want to fuss with it all, really. Maybe he had weapons specially made for his Talon hands. Yeah, maybe, but I mean, then how is he actually proficient with like an M16? Like with standard normal weapons. I mean, he's got his special gauntlets and stuff. And he's got that electrocution thing. So again, I'm probably going to hand wave some of this stuff. I make a printout of skills and tell them to write percentile next to skill, so you don't have to write down every skill. Yeah, I get it. It's still like now you have to print it out. I don't have a working printer at the moment. I have a printer that we just got. I don't know if it works yet. It was used. We got it. My Palladium sheets are Excel files, so my players can just enter the skill level. Yes, I list all skills, takes 1 page anyways, and skills % autofill up. Yeah, I mean, that works. It's much better. I think it's excessive. So that's all. And not everyone in my game is going to have that. We're playing on the internet, and I'm going to make a PDF that I can send to them, and they can print it, or they can use it digitally. If you don't want to see other skills, I have whiteout. Why do you need to have, like, all the skills? I don't understand it. It's just excessive to me. But I like things a little bit simpler. So anyways, I just don't know what works for this character because of the talons. I think, well, first, obviously, I have to choose a military program. So I'm going to have to either choose military program basic or demolitions. And then from there, I can choose espionage twice. I kind of like espionage. What are the skills under espionage, though? Espionage. Detect ambush, detect concealment. Yeah, that's probably what we're going to go with. We're going to go with the espionage stuff. For sure. I like that one. All right. Again, I love Palladium. Like, I think it's a great game. I really do enjoy it. And I like creating characters. I just find sometimes it very difficult to teach like new people, especially when I think most people don't like really deep systems, like with a ton of options and stuff like that. Not options, but a ton of meaningless choices. And what I mean by meaningless is, for example, why would you want a so under science, you have anthropology as a skill, archaeology, astronomy, astrophysics, biology, botany, chemistry, chemistry analytical, mathematics basic, mathematics advanced. Like, that's just under science. You know? Like, that's a lot of stuff. Under domestic, cook, dance, fishing, play musical instruments, sewing, sing. I don't know. I just think it could be simplified a lot. But then under technical, so under domestic you have things like singing and sewing and stuff like that. But then under technical you have art. Art is a very general thing. Then you have business and finance, computer operation, computer programming, general repair and maintenance, law general, language, literacy, photography, research and writing. I almost feel like language and literacy for sure should be the same thing. But I don't know. Then a ton of different things under mechanical. A bunch of specialties under medical. Wilderness, you have boat building, carpentry, hunting, identify plants and fruits, land navigation, preserve food, skin and prepare animal hides, track animals. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we should have a bunch of skills. But I just think you could literally break skills down into what the actual name of the whole thing is. So like, you should have a wilderness skill, and all those things under it could fall under that role. Or technical, and everything under it would fall under that. With certain things, you could add more specifics, like languages could be its own deal. Piloting an automobile. You could literally break that down into different categories without it being the amount of things it is. So like right here, you have an airplane, automobile, boats, sail types, boats, motor types, boats, ships, horsemanship, motorcycle, race car, truck, water scooters. That's under basic. Then under advanced, you have helicopter, hovercraft, jet aircraft, jet fighter, jetpacks, submersible, tanks and APCs, warships and patrol boats. Again, it's just so much. And also, why is airplane under basic and not under advanced? Most people don't know how to fly an airplane. That shouldn't be basic. I don't know. Race car under basic? I don't know about that either. I could go on and on about this, man. Yeah, some skills should just fit in general and certain other skill categories. Yeah, I honestly think you could just break the skills down to the category. And then that's it. So like you have pilot basic 45%. What does that mean? That just means any of those things that are technically under it in this book are all at 45%. You don't need to have an individual skill for those. That's how I would probably do it. That would simplify skills a ton. Free up a lot of space on that character sheet for your abilities, your equipment, like all sorts of stuff. So, yeah. All right, let's see. What did we get here? We have a tie for Robot Chicken and Starhawk. So, and we actually had a vote for Talon as well, but all right, Robot Chicken or Starhawk it is. So I'm going to roll for this now. So evens are Robot Chicken, odds are Starhawk. All right, I rolled a 5, so we are going with Starhawk. So Starhawk wins. I like that one, Henny. I do like that. That's a good name. Good name for a hero with bird talons. Could have called him Technohawk or something too. I don't know. Now I'm rethinking that one. All right. So I'm definitely gonna choose. So military program is what we definitely get. So we're gonna take military basic. I guess I don't even have to type that. What does military basic give me? It gives me running, climbing, etiquette, radio basic, and then weapon proficiency rifle. Maybe before his talons from the experiments, he was able to use a rifle. Now he can still use a rifle, but I am going to punish him for that. So, all right, so there's that one. So then I get to either choose an extra military or espionage. We are going with espionage. So under espionage, he gets H2H, martial arts, detect ambush, intelligence, wilderness, survival, which is great, and 2 espionage skills of choice. So I'm going to choose escape artist and intelligence. Oh, I already got intelligence. So I'm going to then choose, I guess, detect conceal. Whoa, I didn't mean to do that. We'll put this back here. We'll go detect concealment. Okay. There's a huge difference between driving a car, a 53-foot truck, and a motorcycle. Each is different enough in the real world. I agree, it's different in the real world. However, we're talking about playing a game. And that's my excuse. I don't need to recreate reality. We're also talking about a guy with bird talons for hands. Yeah, but all of those skills can be acquired by the general public. I think that's why they put them under the basic. Probably. That's probably why. When you find yourself in danger, when you're threatened by a stranger, when it looks like you will take a lickin' puck. But I do agree that some skills could definitely be consolidated. Like all the radio skills could be just radio operations. Yeah. And the other thing too is because of how specific the skills are, they're outdated now. And 20 years from now, they're going to be outdated again, or 10 years from now. So, because again, technology advances. So if you have more broad named skills and what they cover, it doesn't get outdated as quickly. You know what I mean? Because you can, for example, artificial intelligence can cover a lot of things, right? Or just a lot of, computer things could cover a lot of things. So, like, I know I'm broad strokes, right? I don't know. That's just what I like. Just call for Super Chicken. Buck, buck. Buck, buck. Super Chicken could be a Teenage Mutant Ninja Chicken. Could. Except this guy's not. He's only being called a chicken because of his claws. Everything else about him is like a transformer. Okay. Did I choose? I think I chose all my espionage. All right. So then that was my first selection of programs. So that was that. That was the one extra military. Now I get to choose another espionage program. Okay. So, because that's what I'm going to do. And basically that just means I get 2 espionage skills of choice again. I could do impersonation. And interrogation. Actually, skip impersonation. He's not going to do that. He's going to do interrogation. I spelled it wrong. Great. I don't care. It's got 2 R's. Okay. Interrogation. And I could either do wilderness survival, tracking, or sniper. I think I'm going to go with tracking. All right. So there. That covers that. So all those are going to be plus 20%. Great. 1 espionage program, 15%. Oh no, these couple right here are actually the 15%, not the 20%. Okay, got it. Boom. All right, those plus 15%. Okay, then one weapon proficiency modern program. So that's select 3 modern weapon proficiencies. Let's see, we got to go big. So we're going to go with heavy energy weapons and railguns. We are going to go with bolt action rifle because I feel like that might work with the claws. I don't know. Nah, I'm not doing bolt action. Well, yeah, because that would be like a sniper rifle. And then heavy weapons. So there we go. Those are his 3. So let's take these 3. We're just going to drag those down here. Boom. Get rid of this now because we covered that. All right, one other skill program, plus 10%. All right, skill program. What do I want? I'm going to go physical athletic program. And that's going to be 4 of my choice. And of course, I don't see it on my sheet. Why? Oh, here it is. It's in the middle, that's why. All right, so let's see. 4 of my choice. Bodybuilding and weightlifting, because, you know, you always take that. I think that buffs physical endurance, strength, and SDC. Everybody takes boxing. So boxing, because I think you get an extra attack typically. Athletics general. And I think acrobatics. There. And acrobatics, I think, gives you 2 things, like walk tightrope as well. Those are the 4 I'm taking. Acrobatics, athletics, boxing, and that. So that's going to bump some physical stuff. All right, 5 rogue or comm skills. Let's see. Under rogue, we've got computer hacking, palming, prowl. Do I already have prowl? I don't think I do. All right, so we're going to go with prowl. We will go with computer hacking. We'll go with card sharp. Safe cracking. And streetwise. All right. And then under secondary skills, we can choose 5 secondary skills. Secondary skill list. Do not add educational bonuses. You do add your intelligence bonus if you have one, though. So I can choose 5. I'm going to choose... What did I choose under physical again? It chose athletics general. Let's get rid of athletics general and put wrestling there. Like high school style wrestling. And then down here, we'll go athletics general. Okay. Are we working? Can you hear me? Hey, it's working.
Hear me?
Okay, I only have a couple more secondary skills, so I'm going to try and do it real quick and then get off here. I did save my character. My computer didn't crash. It just OBS crashed.
Hey, it's working.
So, oh, sorry. You can hear me twice now. I'm on my phone, though, at the same time, so we'll see how this works. All right, so I'm not going to share my screen, but I have Athletics General, Astronomy. I need 3 more secondary skills. I'm looking at possibly taking some Technical or Wilderness. Most likely Wilderness. I'm thinking like land navigation, so we'll do that. All right, there's land navigation. I need 2 more. 2 more. We're going to go with skin and prepare animal hides. I need 1 more. Identify plants and fruits. All right, perfect. So that's what we got. So that's all of that. So now here's where the GM's guide comes into play. So I don't go through the Heroes Unlimited book and look up each skill because that's what you have to do. I know there's like paragraphs about each skill and how it works. I don't care about that. So this is where I come to this beautiful book, the GM's guide on page 49. And it's got all of the skills listed with their percentages. Now, again, I cheat and I just put in whatever number I feel like usually, and then I add the bonus. So usually I'll pick, depending on how I want the game to feel, I usually be like, okay, everybody's at least 60% able to do this, because I'd rather they succeed more than they fail usually. But yeah, I don't know. Should we do raw? Do you guys want it raw? Because it seems like we got a lot of raw fans in the room here. Actually, I could share my thing again. So let's try it again. There it is. Okay, I can share it. All right. So let's bold secondary skills. Let's get rid of the 5 secondary skills here. Let's get this and bold scholastic skills. Let's take the military special. Oops. We're going to put the military specialist under occupation because that is his job. Okay. Oh, what is? Oh, is it doing it again? I think it's going to crash on me again, guys. I think it's going to happen. Maybe not. It's acting funny. It's acting funny. I still have an alignment and stuff like that to pick. All right, I'm just going to save frequently. So I just saved. I'm pushing my luck, guys. Would you rather just see me post it to Discord later when I finish it? I will. Here's what I'll do. I'm going to save it. I'm going to get off here. This isn't happening. So I'm not going to be able to make it. I can tell it's lagging. So I'm going to wrap the stream up right there. We will go and we will finish this character up in the next day or so. When I finish it, I will probably post it to Patreon. I will also possibly post it to my Discord. So again, you can follow me on both of those, and you will have access to this character. Nathan says you can do raw, but it's so time consuming. Yeah, and I usually just like to do it quick. Luckily, I can quickly go through this book and do it that way. I still have to go through the physical skills and put the numbers I get from that into the different fields. So like into strength and into physical prowess and endurance and speed, and bump those things up as I go through each skill. So yeah, it's going to take some time, but Yeah, it'll be fine. You can already see though, we started at 9. We've been at it for 2 hours. It shouldn't take you this long to create your own character. Your first one will take a while, but after you've made a couple, you should be able to create a character in under, I'd say, 40 minutes. The skills are the worst part because it just takes so long and it's not exciting. And so that, I guess that's really why I was going on my rant earlier. I did spend a lot of time ranting about it rather than just, picking the skills and stuff. But yeah. Yeah, so we'll see what I come up with. I will finish this though, and again, I will share it for you guys. If this is your first time here, again, please smash that subscribe button. I do have Amazon links to Powers Unlimited 1 through 3. I also have the Heroes Unlimited core rulebook below, so I have Amazon affiliate links. If you want to support me and the channel, please think about purchasing those. I do get a small commission at no additional charge to you. They are reasonably priced. I think one of the Powers Unlimited books is under $20. 2 of the others are like 25, something like that. The core rule book, again, is not priced very high. So again, if you don't have these books and you want them, I highly recommend them. Also, while you're over there, you might as well look up the GM's guide. I showed you guys why it's so important, because I can go through the skills now and just literally write those percentages into the sheet super quick. And I typed it into Word. Normally, I would just fill out the little character sheet I've got here. Would have been quicker to just hand write it rather than type out a formatted sheet. But obviously, I did the sheet because I'm making pre-gens. So again, thank you guys. I love you guys. Appreciate all your support. We will be back tomorrow night. Hopefully, no technical difficulties. I got to clear some disk space tomorrow. But we will be meeting and talking with Mark Tassin, the writer and game designer for Ataltus. It is a setting that he's written novels in. It's his homebrew world that he's played D&D and Pathfinder in. And he will be on tomorrow. He's a local writer to me. He lives in Michigan here. He also used to be part of he used to be, I think, in charge of the Writers Symposium at Gen Con. Again, really awesome guy, and I'm looking forward to interviewing him here. So tune back tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, where you can get your questions answered about that. He did a Kickstarter, a successful one a while back, and so now you can pick up his books over on DriveThruRPG. And yeah, so I will have the links for that tomorrow for you guys as well. So again, thank you guys. This is Master of the Game. I am Juice. Game on.